Hello guys, how are we? Happy August. So it is the 6th of August, so I have got 20 minutes to do on the bike, or 22 minutes to do on the bike. And I thought, do you know what, let's jump on, do my video now for July, and then two birds with one stone and all that stuff. So let's talk about work first. So work's going really well. When I did my video last time, I think I had one space left. However, due to a new client messing me around and basically ghosting me, I've now let her go. So I am now back to having 3 slots a week. So I've got Tuesday at 12, Tuesday at 1, and I've got Thursday at 8 o'clock at night. But that being said, because it's the summer holidays and stuff like that, and because some people are on holiday and they want to move about with their slots, it's actually quite nice to have a bit more availability for people to move about if they want to, especially the evening session. That being said, if somebody wants a slot, it is yours for the taking. I am off next week, so my last day working is this Saturday, and then I have got 8 days off, and then I'm back to work on the 17th of August. So yeah, so apart from the client ghosting me, things have been going really well with work. It's not that quiet for August compared to last August. There's not as many people off, so that's better for me because that means that I'm not going to be as skint as I was last year, so that's a good thing. However, because I've got a week off, obviously I'm not going to get paid for that week off. Some people do still charge people when they're on holiday, but I don't do that. So obviously any sessions that people have will just roll on to the following week. Sorry that this is bobbing around, but I've got this on like a little hands-free thing, so a little bit of movement. And then, oh yeah, and I will have another slot coming up soon on a Thursday at 12 o'clock because I've got a client who is 26 weeks pregnant and she is going to train until the middle of September. So she'll be about 32 weeks, and I think at that time she's decided she wants to stop. So as of the middle of September, I am going to have another slot in the daytime as well. So that's 3 daytime now, potentially, and then 1 evening. What else work-wise? So yeah, so in the pipeline, this has been brewing for about 2 months. I've wanted to do like a bit of a wellness event with a lady that I've been to a couple of times that does sound baths. So in my head, I was like, I want to hire a hall. I want to do 30 minutes of like a nice low impact stretching type session, have a bit of a break, 5-10 minutes if that, and then do a sound bath afterwards with this lady who's called Emma. Spoke to Emma a couple of months ago. She was well up for it. So I have been reaching out to different venues. I was talking to a few in Grays. I was also talking to one in South Ockenden. And after some to and fro with prices, noise levels, availability, I have decided on this occasion to go with the Archer in South Ockenden. And I am going to post tonight on my social media the price, how to book and stuff like that. So that is going to be launched tonight across my socials. Emma will share it as well. I think the Archer are going to share it as well. We're going to have up to 15 people that can book on this occasion because I don't want to overbook and have everyone cramped too tight. So I think we can do 15. And then if it's something that works quite well, maybe it's something that we'll do again in the future. But that's going to be in September when all the kids are back to school. So watch this space for that announcement tonight. As you may or may not have seen yesterday as well, I am featured in this week's Women's Weekly. Now, I had a phone call back in February from somebody who basically writes articles for these magazines. And it has been in the pipeline for 6 months now. Yeah, I've been wanting to share with you guys what it is. but we wanted to wait for the magazine to come out. So yeah, so I did a post yesterday about it, I did a reel about it, I've posted the article online. So yeah, so Women's Weekly, I'm on page 2021, and it's basically, the article's called The Leap of Faith, and it's about 3 ladies, including myself, who were late 30s, early 40s, who decided to change their career and basically take that leap of faith. Which is what I did with my career, and I've talked to you guys about that before as well. Spoke to this journalist about it. She really liked my story. She put it forward to the editor. Editor liked it. There was a few conversations backwards and forwards about what the article should contain, photos and stuff like that. So I found out that the magazine was going to be out on the 5th of August. I found that out about 6 weeks ago. So yeah, it was very weird. Walked into a shop in Lakeside yesterday where they sell magazines. Thomas was with me because we were going bowling, and I don't know, I was flicking through and I just thought, do you know what, I'm not going to be in here, And I was flicking through, and literally got to the spread, and there's me and Thomas kind of like centre page of this 2-page article. It's a brilliant article, so thank you to Monica for trusting me to tell my story and for basically putting it forward to the editors, and thank you to the guys at Women's Weekly who shared the love as well, so thank you for that. So that's a really good thing, you know. I've not been in the press for a little while, but yeah, I've been on telly a few times now. I've been in newspapers, magazines, online articles, so you know, watch this space, I guess, for future stories. So that's kind of work. Let's talk about my training. So I am coming up to the end of my 10-week training block. My last session is tomorrow, and then I have 8 days off the gym. So I have aligned my week off the gym with my week off work. So I haven't got to worry about anything for like 7-8 days. The only thing I will be doing is steps, bit of cardio, some Pilates, but no heavy lifting, not touching a weight, no work. It's going to be bliss. My body needs that time to recover properly because I have been feeling certain niggles over the last few weeks. I'm like, if I'm not careful, this is going to go into a full-blown injury. I nearly popped my calf about 2-3 weeks ago. I decided to go out for a run. I have not run in 7 years, and my body is a lot different to how it used to be when I used to run all them years ago. Started off quite well. I literally did 10 minutes. Literally ran up my road, thought don't feel too bad. My cardiovascular, you know, side of it felt really good because I do cardio. But obviously putting 3 times your body weight on your joints, weighing what I do, was a challenge. So I've run up the road, didn't feel too bad, had a bit of a stretch, started to run back, and my left calf, just at the bottom of my left calf, just started to hurt. It didn't pop, it didn't feel like it snapped or anything like that, but it was niggling. And got home, rested it straight away, put some ice on it, and after about 2-3 days there was a bruise. Nothing significant, but there was a bruise at the bottom of my calf. I was still able to train, but obviously I really couldn't put 100% body weight on that side. I had to really kind of overcompensate onto the other leg. But then I found that because I was doing that, my right hip was starting to hurt. So as soon as I could, I made sure that I was evening out the body weight across both my feet, because all I need is some sort of limp that prolongs and have injuries from putting the body weight on the better leg. So yeah, after about a few days I was able to walk normally, and now I'm absolutely fine. So I'm not too sure when I'm going to go out for a run again. I'm a little bit scared, to be honest with you, but I am going to try and buy some tape to put around my calf. And I have actually stopped training calves at the moment as well. So the day before the run, I actually did train calves, and I was doing calf raises at the gym, about 100 kilos. So yeah, so my calves are quite big. So I thought, do you know what? I trained the calves. I then tried going out for a run on them. That's probably not helped. So I'm gonna leave the calf training alone for a little while because I don't really need it right now. And then hopefully when I try and go out for a run again, my calves won't feel as fatigued and used as what they did a couple of weeks ago. But that being said, you know, I've hit some big PBs in this 10-week block. I managed 132.5 kilo deadlift. My squats are coming along nicely. I'm now up to, I think it was 80 kilos I went up to this week. Still making sure that my depth is as good as it can be for me. But where I'm doing the Pilates and really trying to stretch my hamstrings and calves and stuff like that, I believe that is helping my form of my squat. And then I've been doing bench presses at home. Now my bar at home is only 6 kilos and it's a lot shorter than the 20 kilo bar you get in the gym. And when I do bench press at home, I've been benching about 45 kilos. But a client of mine came and used the bar and they said to me they felt like that my setup felt a lot heavier than a setup at the gym with a 20 kilo bar. So I thought, well, I need to try it. So I went to the gym today to do a pull session. But at the end of the pull session, I thought, let's try and do a bench press here, not here, but at the gym, with a 20 kilo bar and see how I get on. So I loaded it for 45 kilos, which is the same as I do at home, and it felt totally different. It felt lighter. I then grabbed someone from the gym and basically said, can you spot me? I did a rep of 50 kilos. That felt okay. I then went up to 55 kilos. That was heavy. As he was spotting me, I was like, I can't do this, I can't do this. And he was kind of, he had his hand just under the bar slightly. He's like, you can, you're doing it. And I managed one rep of 55 kilos. So I'm basically lifting 10 kilos heavier at the gym than what I'm doing here. I don't know, that's a bit weird to me. So yeah, I'll take that. So yeah, so training's going well, but I need the rest. So I'm looking forward to my break next week. It's currently summer holidays, so we are on week 2 of the summer holidays. I've been doing bits and pieces with Thomas, been taking him out, took him bowling yesterday. My mother-in-law's had him for some days for like a few hours here. My brother-in-law's had him for a few hours there, just so I can go and train at the gym and do my midday clients. And then Thomas is coming home, and then got the afternoon with him before I start work of an evening when Tom gets home. So it's a massive juggling act at the minute, but we've had some amazing weather, a little bit too hot for me. I'm over it now. My aircon unit is working overtime at the moment, so I'm not made for summer. I believe I'm a spring and an autumn girl, so I'm looking forward to September, October, where hopefully things get a little bit cooler. But yes, the summer holidays are going well. Like I say, got next week off, so we're going to do a few bits and pieces, go out for days out. The only thing actually planned right now is we are going to see Matilda next Wednesday, and next Wednesday is forecast for 29-30 degrees. So I'm not excited for that. We've done some really good things over the last month. In July, it was Thomas's birthday. We went to the Cara for dinner. We went to Harry Potter Studios, which was amazing. We went to see the new Spider-Man film last week, and we took one of his friends from school to come with us to go and watch it. It was my husband's birthday as well. So yeah, there's just been some nice things that have been going on. I went to watch a bodybuilding show last Saturday, which was good. So yeah, doing all these different bits and pieces, because at the end of the day, we're not just here to work, we are also here to enjoy life and play as well. So I will leave that there. I'm not going to talk about anything to do with HRT, because that has been talked about enough on other videos that I have done on social media and on YouTube. So if you're interested about that, please watch that separately. But yeah, here we are. So I'm going to crack on with the bike. I've now managed to do 14 minutes. So yeah, speak to you guys next month.